Jack had always been a curious young man, but he lived in a village where curiosity was met with suspicion. The townsfolk kept to their routines, their lives untouched by the unknown, and they expected Jack to do the same. But Jack yearned for more, for adventure, and for the mysteries hidden beyond the horizon. One fateful day, an old peddler woman appeared in the village square, selling her peculiar wares. Her withered face was framed by wild silver hair, and her eyes seemed to hold ancient secrets. She carried a bag of strange beans, unlike any Jack had ever seen. Each one glimmered with an otherworldly hue. "Magic beans," she croaked, her voice a chilling whisper. "Plant one, and your dreams will come true." The townsfolk scoffed and turned away, but Jack couldn't resist the temptation. He traded his last coin for a single bean and watched the sun dip below the horizon, painting the sky in eerie shades of crimson and violet. As night fell, Jack ventured into his small garden, his heart pounding with anticipation. He dug a hole in the earth and gently placed the magic bean within, the soil clinging to the tips of his trembling fingers. As he covered the bean with soil, a peculiar sensation overcame him. He could feel the earth tremble beneath his feet, as if the very land was responding to the presence of the enigmatic seed. A deep, guttural rumble emanated from the ground, and Jack stumbled back in awe. He watched in amazement as the bean began to sprout, its tendrils rapidly unfurling and stretching towards the sky. It was no ordinary beanstalk. It was a monstrous, sinewy vine that coiled and wound its way upward, ascending with astonishing speed. Jack marveled at its growth, the tendrils seeming to reach toward the heavens, beckoning him to climb. The eerie glow of the beanstalk cast long shadows across the garden, and as Jack gazed up into the darkness above, he couldn't help but shiver. The air around him seemed charged with an otherworldly energy, and the moonlight painted the beanstalk's tendrils with a ghostly, silvery sheen. The old peddler woman's words echoed in his mind. "Plant one, and your dreams will come true." Jack knew that his journey had only just begun, and he couldn't resist the pull of the towering vine, leading him into a realm where the unknown awaited. As Jack climbed higher, the air grew colder, and the world transformed into a desolate realm. The sky remained a gloomy half-light, casting an eerie pallor over the twisted landscape. The beanstalk's tendrils were thick and gnarled, and Jack felt like a mere ant navigating the twisted branches. Among the leafless trees and shadowy figures, Jack encountered creatures of dark imagination, sinister, thorn-covered vines that lashed out at him. He was forced to wield a blade he had fashioned from a fallen branch to defend himself, and with each passing moment, he grew more desperate to reach the top. At last, Jack emerged onto a rocky outcrop, and before him stood an enormous castle, a haunting fortress that seemed to have grown from the very stone itself. Its black spires reached toward the murky heavens, and the entire structure pulsed with an unnatural energy. Jack knew this was his destination, but he couldn't shake the feeling that he was not the first to attempt this perilous journey. Entering the ominous castle, Jack discovered that the interior was equally foreboding. Dark corridors twisted and turned, and the walls were adorned with paintings that seemed to move, depicting scenes of unspeakable horror. Whispers echoed through the cold stone halls, and Jack felt eyes upon him at all times, though he saw no one. As he ventured deeper into the castle, he encountered a series of locked doors. Each one required a peculiar key, and Jack had to use all his cunning to solve the riddles and unlock the secrets within. Along the way, he uncovered ancient tomes that told of dark magic and the cruel history of this realm. Jack's journey became more treacherous with each step, and he couldn't escape the feeling that the castle itself was alive, guiding him toward a destiny he could not yet comprehend. And then he heard a faint cry, a haunting melody that called to him, drawing him further into the castle's depths. As he followed the ethereal sound, he entered a vast chamber, its walls adorned with intricate tapestries and paintings of a malevolent giant. In the center of the chamber, seated on a throne of skulls, was the giant himself, a towering, grotesque figure with skin like cracked obsidian and eyes that burned with malice. The giant's voice boomed, "You have come seeking your dreams, but you shall find only your nightmares here." Jack knew he had to face the giant, but he couldn't do it alone. Drawing from the knowledge he had gained within the castle's walls, he devised a clever trap. The giant, in his arrogance, charged forward, and Jack activated the trap, ensnaring the giant within a magical circle etched on the floor. With the giant restrained, Jack approached and, with a heavy heart, struck the final blow, putting an end to the giant's reign of terror. But as the giant fell, the entire castle began to crumble, and Jack knew he had to escape. However, the allure of the magical hen that had been promised to him was too strong to resist. Against his better judgment, Jack returned to the crumbling castle to claim the hen that laid golden eggs. As he reached out to seize it, the remnants of the collapsing castle fell upon him, burying him beneath its weight. Jack's life ended under the very object of his avarice, a painful lesson for those who sought to grasp the treasures of the world at any cost. In the end, the magical hen continued to lay its golden eggs, but there was no one left to claim them, and the beanstalk faded into myth, a warning to those who dared to be consumed by their own greed.